Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread, and you are in our Stitchuation room. Thank you so much for joining me today. You follow me along on my sewing journey, and I hope you get inspired to put something under the needle. Is the gang all here? No. I'm missing the girls. Dottie popped in, but I don't know where Frito is. Oh, Frito says, "Oh, I'm here. Don't forget me, Mom. Here's the girls. Oh, hello, babies. There's Mama's girls. Hi, everybody in the chat. Great to see you guys. Hello. There you go, Frito and Miss Dottie. Oh, Frito, I didn't make you sit. Daddy will get mad. But your little wiggle butt is so cute. I don't get to see it when you're sitting. All right. We have chicken wrapped rawhides from Walmart, the old Roy. I don't know if they're made in the USA, whatever. The dogs are fine. All right, ladies, let's go. You want your toothbrushes? We're going to go brush our teeth. Okay. Let's go, girls. Come on. Let's go. Hello. Let's see. All right. One for you and one for you. Go bother Daddy. Bye-bye. All right. We got a lot to cover today. Friday. Yay. Happy Friday. Today is also giveaway day. Hashtag OESD, please. That's right. Peggy says, go brush your teeth and be good for Daddy. Y'all, there's my Lori Holt big box right here. I was picking fabrics this morning and the dream box is open. I was grabbing all my threads. Oh my gosh. Hi, Harriet. How you doing, my friend? Y'all, we've got Snapplique classes and retreats happen all over the country. I've been approached by many of you asking if there's going to be any more Snapplique University for Snapplique instructor certification. And right now I don't have one planned. If we do another one, it will be well into 2027. But I will let you guys know about that. But as the emails come in, I am collecting them. And if and when we decide to do another one, I will reach out to those folks first. So just thank you so much for all of you for your interest in that. Hashtag OESD, you don't even know what you're getting and you don't care. And those are my kind of people. Free. So I have a package of Applique Fuse and Fix. This is what we are using to make our quilted pumpkins. I'm so excited about that. I need to pull that up. Thank you, OESD, Oklahoma Embroidery Supply and Design, for sponsoring that giveaway. Uh-oh, my door opened. 234 entries so far. Uh-oh. Come on over here. Oh, it's a treat. It's a treat. Come over here where they can see you. Oh, my goodness. What do we have? My husband, Keith.
And we have Christmas on the last day of July. I will be right back.
What is that in your mouth?
Hold that, please.
Gross. Oh, it's a needle holder. If any of you get these in your packages from powertoolswiththreadstore.com, it's a needle holder is what it is. It has a little hole in it. It's got a flat spot. And you can use this. I don't want to. Christmas in July. I guess that was our gift. Keith playing his ukulele. He is a hoot. Never a dull. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Here we go. All right, y'all. Been asking for these and here you go. More.
It's very hot outside, but I've made quite a few.
Seam ripper, stiletto combos.
Right now.
Okay, these are on the store site right now. I know a lot of you have been wanting the cotton candy pink. Hold this. Okay, I know it's heavy. These are custom made by Keith in his shop outside. They're very nice. A lot of you have them already, but it has a stiletto on one end and you just tuck that in there and you can push things underneath the presser foot without getting your finger near the needle. And the other end is a seam ripper, sharpest in the industry. Tuck that in and it just goes right through threads like butter. So he says there's about 90 of them total, really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot. So
there's a bunch on the floor that fell off.
Okay. So we have purple, lime green swirl, purple swirl, lime green swirl. This is the Caribbean blue. Those are beautiful. And then we have cha-ching. Did you hear that? Cotton candy pink. This is the regular pink. Okay. This is the rose red. This is just gorgeous. Red swirl and aqua blue green swirl. So
We also have brown.
and
I don't have
oh, we
blue.
have a few brown. You didn't have the in there. So these are wonderful to have in your sewing room. Have one at every sewing machine station that you have. They're great gifts for guild presidents that are going, you know, or your group presidents that are moving on.
And they go fast.
And they go fast. Yeah. So thank you, Keith. Yeah, those are so, so nice. And I have seen them at shows and they are more expensive than what we are selling them for. So Jackie says, I love all my Keith rippers. Yes. And Linda loves her purple one. Yeah. Thank you so much, you guys. So you can attest to the sharpness. You poked your finger in a trip to the ER. No, save me an aqua blue. Bye, baby. Oh, out you go. Do you have both of them? Baby gate. Thank you. Yeah, you guys. Honestly, if you want one, you got to get them because they just gone. So anyway, how much? I think they're like $26. I think that's how much they are. $26. They're all custom made. I like them because they have some heft to them. He doesn't have any more of the necklaces right now. They're out of those kits to make the necklaces. But your internet makes me swirl. I'm swirling. Wonder if I lose weight. And I think you're going to get a needle holder in there. So that allows you just to hold the needle while you're doing the screw or trying to get that in or whatever. So anyway, that will be cute. You have a pink one and a blue one, and now you need the green. Yes. Oh, good. Sharon got the, or Rach got this cotton candy pink. That's such a pretty color. That's our newest color. And they don't roll off the table. So you'll get a little rubber sticky on the side of it, and it won't roll off the table. And they have a groove in them on one end. So I like my seam ripper end to be in the end with the groove. So when I pick it up, I know which end is which. That's what I like to do. Okay. Yeah, you guys, Rhonda, you have a couple of colors. That's awesome. So yesterday, the Fat Quarter Shop, changing gears, released the they showed the July Sew Sampler. The Sew Sampler is $34.95 a month plus shipping. It's a subscription box through the Fat Quarter Shop. If you are a new quilter, new to embroidery, you're just starting your stitching journey, these are great because you get wonderful little notions in these that otherwise you would not do. So in this month's Sew Sampler, you're going to get the cover, and it always has a code on the back. Sew Sampler savings. This is 15% off of Acorn piecing products, and it has a coupon code on the back. And you're also going to get patterns. Okay. You're also going to get patterns in here, an extra free pattern on the back of that. They have got a new, it's Halloween mystery stitch along that's also going on. So the fabric, it always comes with fabric. You're from Figo, you're going to get Daisy Crush by Heather Bailey. Beautiful large scale florals in this one. So pretty, bright, summery florals, just gorgeous. Okay. Let's see. This is the Acorn. This is a little sample of the Acorn. This is a lot like Flatter. So this formula, glasses, where are they? Right over here. Let me move over and get my glasses. If you've never heard of this, I just bought some of this. I can't find it. I just bought it. I think it's still in the car. When Joy from Stitched in Shirts was speaking at my quilt group last Tuesday, she brought along a table with a bunch of stuff, and I bought the Acorn thing. This is a precision piecing product. Seam-align gentle hold fabric glue, ideal for quilting, sewing, and applique. So this stuff, you can crease something, it stays creased. It is wonderful. Never pin again. Set with heat. Great for plaid, stripes, precise applicator. If you need to pattern match, this is what you do. Your needle goes through it, no problem. It's wonderful stuff. Shout out in the chat or in a comment below if you have it and you've used it and what you think of it, please. Okay. And if you love it, right? Or don't love it, that's fine. I talked recently about integrating Karen K. Buckley scissors into my machine embroidery. I love these things. They have serrated edges. Okay. You're not getting a pair of scissors in the box, but you're going to get a scissor holder. So now these are awesome. I saw this. I was like, yay. Love that. This is Karen K. Buckley Perfect 2-in-1 Scissor Lanyard. Okay. I have links below to the Fat Quarter Shop, and you can just go there, take that one link to the Fat Quarter Shop and go hunt your stuff down, whatever you would like. Okay. So this is designed. It's a silicone thing, and it's designed to securely hold these so you don't stab yourself, because boy, are they sharp. But I love the serrated edge scissors to trim fuzzies on applique when you're doing machine embroidery. You know how you get that fuzz around it when you trim away. I wish, if one of you knows, Karen, can you make some curved serrated scissors? That would be phenomenal. They would be a huge hit in the machine embroidery world. So also you're going to get a package of the new Jumbo Wonder Clips from Clover, and they're pink. Aren't they cute? These are adorable. I like these. I actually am using the blue ones that I have. I got in a previous box to hold a pattern book open on my Lori Holt book holder. So it's put, open, and the clips on either side, and it's great. I love these. You got a Fat Quarter Shop exclusive binding holder. Isn't this precious? You tuck one end through the hole, and then you just start wrapping your binding all around your little sewing machine binding holder. How cool is that? Super cute. Yeah. Okay. And then the pattern to go with those beautiful floral fabrics is Botany. Isn't this beautiful? Okay. It's a 59-inch square. And on the back of the pattern, you will get the extra fabrics that you need to finish out the quilt. But your focus fabric, everything you need is right here. And then you get an extra pattern for Sewmates, which is just adorable. This would be darling in any sewing studio. Isn't that cute? The spools. You use it to clamp up extra fabric when embroidering. The long ones are great for that. Great idea. Great idea. I love that. And then you're going to get a spooled. This is the mystery quilt along. This is the spooled quilt along, and it is a Fat Quarter Shop exclusive. And here is this month's block. A lot of people, what they do is, starting at the beginning of the year, is they will go and take a Fat Quarter bundle that they want to make a quilt with, but they're not sure, and just start making up the blocks as they come in. So block after block coordinates the whole thing. It's just really neat. And there is your little paper inside to tell you everything that you got. So it's $34.95 plus shipping. But y'all, this is a wonderful, wonderful way to build your stash with quality products, not second-rate junk. Okay, good quality products. I love it. So all the seam rippers are sold out. No, they're not. All of them? Really? It might say sold out on that one color. So jump to another color, and then you can see what's available. Try that. I don't think they're all sold out. Yeah. You love Acorn products, Charlene? Good. Okay. And then the next thing, I'm going to get a sip of coffee, y'all. Oh, yesterday I finished the little vegetable stand. How cute did that turn out? Wasn't that fun? I loved it. You tried all the colors and they're gone. Oh, I'm sorry. Keith, get back out in the shop. Keep him busy. Y'all, it's hot as can be out there. And he gets out there, comes in, changes his clothes, takes a shower, and finishes his day. All right. So if you want to get anything on our store site, it's powertoolswiththreadstore.com. Okay. All righty. I'm going to get my Karen K. Buckley little scissors here. I can't wear it now because I have a microphone on, but when I get finished. Very cool. Also, Hoop Studio came in. This is so cool. In machine embroiderers, you live in an embroidery desert. This is so worth it, y'all. I got to show you. So the package came in. I've been sitting on it. It's $33 plus shipping, and this is doorstep only. Okay, you don't have the option to just download the design, but when you get it, you can go to your KIMBERBELL library and download the design. It'll be there in your library when you get this. This comes directly from KIMBERBELL. I want to show you what this one looks like. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. We have Hoop Studio. Here we go. So when you get this one, this is really nice. Okay, so here it is. It says shipping now, and then you can click on this. It is a towel set. Now, the cool thing about Hoop Studio is what they do is they show you what's shipping next. So what's coming next is a Kleenex box and a little hand sanitizer holder, getting you ready for the cold season coming up, right? But here, if you don't want that, you can skip that one and still maintain your subscription. So that's really nice, okay? If you decide, well, I'm going to be out of town, I'm not going to have time or whatever, okay? That's just super nice that you can do that. So they will always show you what's coming up, and you can just put it on pause or skip. Let me show you this, y'all. So cute. Oh my gosh. Last month we had that little ladder. All right. So you're going to get full color instructions. All right. Step-by-step instructions. Y'all, this would be so nice for a wedding. You could remove the flower and put a monogram in there. All right. Very, very nice. And then not only do you get what you need, but you get the thread as well. You're going to get 2 spools of glide thread. Very nice. Love this. You're going to get Admiral, beautiful blue. And this is blush. Super pretty. Super pretty. Love this. Okay. And then in your package, you're going to get your toweling. You have some wash away topper stabilizer, 2 pieces to make both projects. Okay. And then let's open these up and see. You wanted some for Christmas gifts. You got them all in the cart and then clicked and checked out and they were out of stock already. Oh, those. Oh yeah. The seam rippers. You got it. Do not snooze when he does that. Do not snooze. Word to the wise, right? Okay. These towels are so nice. These are high quality, beautiful. I love a short pile towel. Very nice. They're not big loops, which is nice because they're not, they're not going to bury the stitches down in there too badly. It'll come out very nice. So there is the washcloth, and here is the hand towel. Just gorgeous. So pretty hanging in a bathroom. Isn't that nice? Just beautiful. Love it. Very pretty. Bound. Not a bunch of cheap threads hanging off of it. High quality toweling, you guys. Very, very nice. Love it. And then, of course, the design. So I'm looking forward to making that Kleenex box because I got one sitting over there that's ugly from Costco. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to show you was applique of the month. Now, this is also through KIMBERBELL, but applique of the month, it has a doorstep version that's $24 plus shipping, and that's where you get this package in the mail, or you can just get site, and that's only $10. And this one fits 5x7 and 8x12. And that one from the Hoop Studio this month, sometimes they include bigger designs. That one can be made in a 5x7. Okay. So you order both, Kim? Yeah, I don't blame you. I would too. So this time, this applique of the month, it's always these little pretty little table runners. It's all about the apples for fall. How pretty is that? All about the apples. I love it. So you're going to get the table runner. See the little dingle balls down there? That's the little runner. Okay. You're going to get fabric cut 5 pieces, 3 pieces of felt, 1 piece of flexi foam, full color printed instructions, and embroidery files. And you download the embroidery files. But there's that pretty bowl. Isn't that nice? I love these. These are so cool. Easy to do. You just do them on both ends of the table runner. Just adorable. Absolutely adorable. Is applique of the month always a table runner? Mary, this year it seems to be, okay, but they'll switch out. This year it seems to be. But the thing is you don't have to put it on a table runner. You can take that bowl of apples, you know, it would be really pretty to put that on like a round thing that you would set an apple pie on, right? Maybe a hot pad, something like that. Very nice. You can always use the design on other projects for sure. That would be cute on a little bag. All right, so we are ready to get rolling finally. 20 minutes in. Hey, it's Friday, biggest audience. That's when I always do new products and box openings for you guys, if you haven't kind of noticed that already, right? Also, oh, I do not have that below the video. I got a couple of things I need to show you. Oh, announcements. I had said we were going to start the pumpkins on August 4th, which is Tuesday. We are going to be doing OESDs. Let me pull that up. OESD.com. And it is, let me search, quilted, freestanding pumpkins or blocks, quilt blocks, something like that. I'm sure the search engine will find it. Let's see. It did not, because Becky, you don't know what you're doing. All right, let's go over here to this. Okay. That is just the threads. Hashtag OESD, you guys, for the applique fuse and fix from OESD. Okay. It's 20 sheets, and you're going to need this to make the pumpkins that we're going to do. So it is freestanding quilt block pumpkins. That's what it is. If you search right, it comes up. Let me share this with you. We're going to start these. I said I was going to start on Tuesday. We're going to start on Monday. Okay. Monday, August 3rd. I need to turn that off. Share this. I'm telling you, I don't know what happens to things shipping around. I get you. Let's see. Let's go to window. How come I can't see this? Let's look at this one. There. No, that's the that's not what I wanted to share. So this Becky, choose the right thing, would you, girlfriend? It is, oh, share my screen. There. Okay. These are the quilt blocks right here, freestanding quilted pumpkins. There's also a thread set. You saw that for a second. So I'm in the middle of making this one right here, so I know what I'm doing, okay? We're going to start these on Monday, and it is at 1 p.m. Central. There will be a separate live stream just for those of you that are making the pumpkins. You will be able to watch on replay if you can't make the live stream, but I hope you can join me, okay? We're going to do on Monday at 1 p.m. Central, we're going to go step by step over the instructions. I'm going to baby step you through exactly what you need to do. We're going to make a panel, and then you can go off and do your thing. I'm going to do it on the Avenir, the single needle, so that those of you that have a single needle can see the entire process, okay? And then Tuesday at 1 p.m., I'm going to do another live stream. And that's for those of you that can't stand to do things one at a time, okay? Like me. So I'm going to show you how to prep all your fabric, how to get it all done and create multiples, get them cut in the scan and cut, which I have been doing and very successful at it. And then I'm going to do day 2 on the multi-needle. And we're just going to just get it going and start knocking out all of these as we go. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be pretty intense, but so pumpkins will be Monday, August 3rd at 1 p.m. Central and Tuesday, August 4th at 1 p.m. Central. Wednesday, why'd you change it, Becky? Because Wednesday, I'm flying up to New Hampshire. Okay. So, oh, your machine broke down, Sandra. I'm sorry. That stinks. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, you guys. If you can go hashtag OESD, you can give me a thumbs up. I got you. I appreciate that. Carol says she's looking forward to doing the pumpkins. Yeah, me too. Me too. I can't. They're fun. I am really enjoying that. I have links below to all of the stuff that you need to be able to make these. And what's really nice is they're not like spooky Halloween, so you can display them all fall. And that'll be really nice. Okay, you're going to see me on Friday, Nancy. Yay! So what Nancy's talking about, I am teaching a 3 days of classes up in New Hampshire. Day 1 is all about scan and cut and cutting out your fabrics for applique. Okay. Day 2 on Friday is a snapplique class. I think that's full. This is at Angels Sewing in Salem, I believe. And then Saturday is also another snapplique class. There might be some seats left. It's in Salem. Okay. Y'all, New Hampshire's only this big. You can make it. I'm telling you, right? Compared to Texas, right? My goodness. I look at the size of that state on the map and I'm all, where's it at? Kidding. Don't get your feelings hurt. I'm teasing. All right. Okay. So I'll be doing that. If you can make it, see if there are some extra seats or maybe get on a wait list. Okay. The snapplique class, I've changed up the format a little bit. It's going to be a total make and take. So we're going to cut fabrics in the morning. We're going to work some software in the morning, and then we're going to hit the embroidery machines. You don't have to bring your embroidery machine. You can if you want, but you should be able to make and take. But you're going to need a scan and cut for sure. You'll be there Thursday and Friday. Well, excellent, Nancy. That will be fun. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for coming. Okie dokie. I know Midge is going to be there too. She told me, I'm like, Midge, I've seen Midge on cruises, classes. She flew to Tempe. I think she's stalking me. Okie dokie. I've already got my, for the last little Farm Fresh, Farmstand, there's 3 of these. So there's the apples. I did that one earlier this week. I did this one yesterday. Okay. Come to South Carolina. Linda, just have somebody invite me down. I got a buddy there. Okay. So now I'm just going to do this 3rd one. I've already got all my fabric ready to go. Okay. Get it going. What happened to my Avenir? Turn that on. It was on. Oh, I turned it off. Becky, I wasn't even thinking. I was talking. All right. I've got my little backing. Now, my backing fabric is not the same as my front fabric, but that's okay. Because look, they're the same color value. Okay. It won't matter. It'll be fine. Won't matter. I do not have the ribbon. So I took the ribbon makes the little hanging tabs. Are you guys all ready? You just realized the seam ripper dude was Keith? Sharon. Yeah, that's my seam ripper dude. Yeah. Okay. So I take a 1.5 by 4 piece of fabric, creased it in the center to fine center, and then folded it long ways, folded the edges in and folded it again. This will be cut in half to make 2 hanging tabs. Okay. That's how I do that. Okay. You didn't know that either? So it's called a Keith Ripper. Yeah. All righty. My son does something too. Yeah, Cindy, this is a whole family affair. My son makes ruler racks, the wooden ruler racks. And my grandson makes the scan and cut mat supports to hold the 24-inch mats front and back on the scan and cut. And he makes the miter mates. So what size is the design board I'm holding? That's the 18. That's that big one. I love that one. I have two of them, two of those 18s, because I can put a whole bunch of stuff on here and move it around, and I love that. Okay, let's go to embroidery. I sent the design over. Candace, she says, when will those ruler holders be in stock? He's got about 14 of them in the works right now. So I know he's working on them. Okay, let's see. I sent it over wirelessly and I'm not sure that it went, but it did. Yep, I got that error message. Everything's sold out except USBs. Oh, wow. Yeah, and I have more of those on order. I got 300 of those coming in because we're running out. My USBs that I have are nice because, do I have one here? They have, yes. So they have, they're all, yes, I will. I know, but I don't have the link. That's why I didn't say it. Okay, I'll promote it. Don't forget Mo Queens, he says. So this USB is a 4 gig, which is nice because it's not too large for those machines that can't read files that big, but it's got a standard USB on one end and it's got USB-C on the other, which is nice because all devices are kind of going to that, especially for those of you like me that are using a Mac. So let's pull up the jam set and go. What Keith was talking about. Y'all, Mo Queen Sewing is having a huge, huge event next March to celebrate their 50th anniversary. Okay. It's called Sewzona. It's going to be in Tempe. Yes. It's all about Sewzona. Ow. He's expecting 4,000 to 5,000 people. Y'all, he's got vendors coming in. I'll be teaching there. We're going to do a live stream from there. We will have a Stitchuation room on that Saturday. So Sewzona, am I bringing USBs to New Hampshire? I can do that, Midge. Sure. There you are. I knew you were stalking me. Yeah, I'll bring some USBs to New Hampshire. Okay. So that is huge, you guys. And I'm going to have a link. The event center is in Chandler, which is just south of Tempe, I believe, or in Mesa area, right in there. Y'all, it's almost going to be like a quilt festival, right? It's going to hold 5,000 people. That is an event not to miss. I'm so excited that he asked me to be there and teach, and I cannot wait. So I'm going to do some snap-applique and some scan and cut and all kinds of stuff. So that'll be fun. Mark your calendars. It is I want to say it's the first weekend in March of next year. Y'all, I haven't even gotten to stitch and we're already half an hour in. Rawhide Event Center for Mo Queen's 50th anniversary. So what I am doing, working with Darren Mo Queen, is I'm going to put a link below. Jenny, it's hashtag OESD, sweetheart. Need to fix that. What I'm doing is I'm looking for RV parks because we're going to bring the motorhome. Okay. We're going to drive there. Are you able to pre-order the seam rippers? No, Elaine, I'm sorry. Do you have to bring your own machines for the event? For the one at Mo Queen's? No, I don't believe you do. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So he said that facility can hold 10,000. So hopefully he gets a bunch of vendors in there. That'll be neat. Just like a show, just like a quilt show. Don't we need one? I think so. All right, y'all. I have got little T-head pins on this, holding this stabilizer on the bottom and on the top, because since I was using a magnetic hoop, a flat magnetic hoop, not a not a magnetic hoop that has a grip or the V like the brother hoops. Because I was using a flat magnetic hoop, I want to show you what happened to my other two. Both of the other two with the stitching, it drew up on the bottom. And I actually colored it in, but there is stitching there that I colored in with a gray Sharpie that you could see. It happened on this one too. It drew up the stitching on the ends. Let me see if I can get it. Focus. Can you see it? No, it's not wanting to focus. It's not the end of the world, but I'm going to do this just in case. If I was doing a regular recessed hoop, the bottom would not have drawn up. So what iPad size do I have? This is the iPad Air 11. I didn't need that great big one. And the keyboard that I use, I get asked that all the time. The keyboard that I use is the Apple keyboard. Okay. I bought it at, I need to switch. What do I need? I need the green. I bought it at, where did I get it? Costco, y'all. I bought it at Costco. Did I put the pins on top and bottom? Yes, I did. I'm using those T-pins on the pumpkin panels, working fantastic. I need to put the green. And I'm using this green thread so that if it does draw up, then you won't see it as much, right? That's the idea, is to camouflage it. So what do I mean by draw up? If you're brand new to embroidery, Costco is one of my favorites. Yeah. So if you're brand new to machine embroidery, they have this thing. It's called pull compensation in the industry. Okay. And what it does is embroidery is all about really pretty much satin, heavy stitching. Okay. So for instance, look, like all of this satin stitching here, the brown satin, okay, over the fabric. And you've got satin stitching around the chalkboard, all of the tomatoes, the carrots, the apples, they're all satin stitching. Okay. So what happens is as that needle travels back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, thousands of times, that zigzag, you know, you've sewn a zigzag and how it gets puckered up underneath. That's exactly what can happen here. Okay. So when I pulled this hoop yesterday, all of this corner right here was bunched. There were a lot of little waves, and that's what caused the draw up. It's not the design. It was the fact that I was using a flat magnetic hoop. That doesn't happen with the brother magnetic hoops. Quit talking, Becky. Did I thread my needle? Yes. What's wrong? Embroidery. There we go. I'm like, how come my needle's not green? This is the Brother Avenir Boudreaux. Okay. All righty. He is handsome, isn't he? Vicky said Boudreaux's so handsome. He is. Alrighty. Stitch one. Got a little bit of a wave right there on the stabilizer. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. So Evelyn says, I love when my machine is smarter than me. I know, right? Okay. Today's giveaway is a package of 20 sheets of OESD's Applique, Fuse, and Fix. Thank you, OESD, for sharing this with me to share with you. Appreciate it. All right. This is what I'm talking about right here. Let me show you. I'll just bring you in so I don't have to pull this down. You can see it? See that little wave right there? When I took this out yesterday, this was all wavy. It was being drawn up. Okay, I got a 1/2 inch on either side and 1/2 inch at least top and bottom. I am good to go. This is a great use of batting scraps. Okay. You keep telling hubby this is a nice machine. Let me tell you what, y'all. Right tool for the job. Okay. Right tool for the job. I can't tell you how many people buy other machines and end up trading them in and getting a brother or a baby lock. But I'm a brother baby. So, right tool for the job. My dad taught me that. You're looking in the background, Margie, saw you. I got a new pin bowl from Kimberbell. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of Lori Holtish gold, isn't it? What do you say here? What if you used a tearaway or 2 layers of no-show? I could. I certainly could. Yeah. Brothers come out with that new machine. It's the Expedition. They have a combo and an embroidery only. No camera on it, but it's wireless and it's got a big like 8x14 or 9x14, something like that, big hoop. So it's at a lower price point. It's not as fancy as the Stellaire. They have quit making the Luminaire. So the Stellaire is going to be the fancy below the Avenir from now on. So OESD has bars you can put on the sides to help it from creeping up. Yeah, there's all kinds of different tricks. Will we ever see Darla on the live again? Aw. Don't be sad for Darla. She's taking a much needed break. I don't even know how many millions of stitches that poor machine has. No. She's good. I've got her set up for sewing, which is good because we're going to be making a tote bag, which you know I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is, from Sweet Pea. So I'll be using that for that. Trim away my batting here. And yes, you will. I'll be stitching live, sewing that up. I'll be using it when I make my bowl cozies, all kinds of stuff. I'm so excited for my trip next week. What's that? Everyone wants to know where I got my shirt. Oh, thanks, Lisa. This is from Allie MTs. I have a link below to her. Okay. It says America 250, 250 years and still sparkling since 1776. Isn't that cool? And I like that it's red for remember everyone deployed. I love that. On Friday or heart health or whatever your heart desires for your little cause. That's good. Yep. LEMTs has this. All right. Oh, I got to put my background fabric on here because it doesn't have a placement line. I'm using, this is a little bit of, it feels like poppy cotton. So I know it'll be nice to go to New England in the heat of the summer. I think that'll be great. I've never, ever been in that part of the country that wasn't at an airport, ever. I've never been. So, yeah, I'm going to keep doing green. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. So I'm looking forward to that. You ordered the Sweet Pea bag? Yeah, that's great. Betty Boop's already got the crossbody done and the passport holders. She's been doing those. They look great. Yeah. Betty Boop re-engineered the crossbody bag. So the back panel, those of you that have bought that crossbody bag, let me see if I can speak to it. What she told me. So the piece that is the back of the bag on the crossbody, this is from Sweet Pea. It's an in the hoop embroidery project. But what she did was the piece that is the crossbody, she tripled the length of it. Okay. And then she did a fold and a fold and created an outer pocket that is just the perfect size to hold your phone in that's up against your body. Brilliant. She's brilliant. She put a post on the Facebook page. Okay, thanks, Betty Boop. Appreciate that. All right. I need my borders here. I got to trim away that fabric first. So if you're making that crossbody, consider that tripling the length, not the width, just the length of that back panel that is for the back of the crossbody bag, and then fold it up. And don't take it all the way to the top. Leave a little bit of room at the top so you've got it. You can just flip your phone down in there. Betty Boop, how much space did you leave from the top at the fold? She's so smart, y'all. She is so, this is a word I made up. She's ingenuitive. Isn't that a great word? I could say ingenious, but I like ingenuitive. That's my favorite non-word. I made it up. I don't know why that's not a word. It should be. Okay. Now I need this. If it works logistically, yeah, Dave, send me an email. Absolutely. Because I've got a little folder full of emails of people who want to be Snapplique instructors. Am I doing this right? Yes. These are the placement lines for the little borders. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. If anybody from Brothers watching, would you please make an option in the settings to turn this off if we feel like we don't need it? Because it's tell me what color, and it's wrong because I'm not stitching that color. It's a waste. So, or if anybody's watching who has the ear of a brother engineer, if I find one and meet one, I'm going to tell them myself, give me the option to turn that little box off. Okay. Let's see. Let me make sure that this goes over and doesn't get anything all messed up. Yeah, I'll get off the plane from New Hampshire and walk into Texas and go, feels like an oven. I'll be honest with you guys. I am so conditioned to the heat down here that if I go to New England and it's in the 70s, y'all, that's 20 degrees colder than I'm used to. I might freeze to death. I'll probably have to have a sweater. Oh my gosh. Sniglets are words that should be in the dictionary, but they aren't. Thank you, Debbie. It's a sniglet. I like that. I've never heard that. I learned so much from you guys. Okay. Let's put this. All righty. That looks good. Let me get a little tape. Put this over here. What are we making from Sweet Pea? We're making the Travel Buddy tote from Sweet Pea is what we're making. I have a link to it below. And it also has a passport holder and a crossbody bag and something else. Oh, a luggage tag, I think. But we're going to make the tote together. Oh, y'all. Julie from Two Chicks sent me a picture. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I messed up. I was talking and I forgot. Just ignore the screen. I know, Farmhouse. I know, but I don't want to ignore the screen. I want it gone. I don't need it. I want it gone. So here's the thing. When you work in IT, okay, which I did, I was cybersecurity, but still I had to do, software implementation, training, and testing and all of that. But when you work in IT, you want it to be simple. You want the least amount of keystrokes, clicks as possible to keep it clean. That is not clean to me. That's annoying, okay? Because let me tell you what, when I look at the screen right now, I know you can ignore it and not have to click through it, and that's fine. But when I look at the screen right now, I can't see anything but that one color, all right? I like looking at what's coming up. I want to see all of this and all of that. I want to see where that start point is going to be on that crosshair. With that big box on there, I can't see that. To me, that's annoying, right? They should create an option in the settings for you to turn that feature on and off for people like myself who don't want the machine telling me the wrong color to use. Sorry. I'm not trying to be ugly. I just feel that way. And I bet you there's a lot of other people like me out there that feel that way too. Okay. So let me get that down. 100% agree, Denise says. There we go. There is a setting in settings to shut it off. Tell it you do not want voice. I did. I did turn off voice. You filled out the survey for the Avenir because it drives you nuts too, RBF Designs. I don't blame you. Yeah, there's a survey. I'm doing it. I like watching everything that's going on right here. What's coming up, what's happening. And it just blocked it out of view with the big bark box telling me to use dark gray. And that's not the right color. Let me put this back because I'm using green. See? All righty. Yours did shut off. I'm going to have to look at it. If there's a way to turn it off, I'd like that. I did turn off the voice. Okay. I looked several times in settings and I did not see how to tell the survey who I am. I speak for the Stitch Nation. Boom, Linda. Yeah. Like I'm somebody important. Y'all, I'm one of you. Flying by the seat of my pants. AI says no. Currently, oh, you guys are checking AI. Look at this. AI says no. You cannot turn off the persistent thread change pop-up notification or screen overlay on the Brother Avenir EV1. Thank you, Betty Boop. Yep. Boom. Okie dokie. Background quilting. Over to the linen. Yeah. You cannot turn that feature off. They need to. I'll talk to my brother dealers that I know that have the ear of the engineers and get them to, y'all, it should just be a click in settings for thread color prompt on the screen during designs or whatever they want to call it. It should just be a prompt in settings, a button. Okay. Y'all, I love AI. Oh my gosh. I have Super Grok, and if I need to write a letter to somebody, you know, a company or something or whatever I'm doing, I just kind of draft it up. Oh, what did Julie from Two Chicks tell me? That's a good one. I draft it up. I'm gonna pull up this picture. Hold on, and let me download this if I can, make it bigger. Okay. And I put the draft in Grok and I tell it professionally rewrite, Control V to paste it in there. And it turns out beautiful every time. Let me do this window. Where is it? Where is it? Not that one. I don't want to share all my chats. Hold on. I wonder if I have it in pictures. Get rid of that. The Christmas tree skirt kits are about ready to go out. That is so exciting. Do that. What? Oh, I'm out of bobbin thread. Ding, dang. Okay. I'm trying to get to my pictures so that I can show you guys. Recently saved. Yes, here it is. Let me make it big. Now I can show y'all. Back to screen, and I got to share my screen with you guys. So exciting. We're going to make that Christmas tree skirt. I got to show you. You should start seeing notifications of it on the way. There it is. Look at that. Look at all those Christmas tree skirts, boxes and boxes of them, ready to go out in the mail. That's the Designs by Juju Poinsettia Christmas tree skirt. How exciting. Yay. I love that. I just love it when stuff is on the way. Look at all of those. All packaged pretty, little chart telling you what fabric to use where. Here's your fabric key. How cool is that? Look at that background. That's actually a little metallic gold that is going to be behind the poinsettia flowers. So pretty. Love it. Love it. Let me move this. Let me get back over here. So, all right. Yours is in there. Good, KM Dewey. Mine is too. I'm excited. I'm out of bobbin. Okay. I have to tie off with the knot. Okay. And then hit this button and tell it okay. Get a new bobbin. Yeah, the new members video we'll post this afternoon, Angel. It's ready to go. I set it to go at noon, my time. Last day of the month. Yep. It is going to go at noon. I didn't want it going while I was on live stream, so it's at noon. But you betcha. Okay. This is the first bobbin change for Boudreaux. Aw. Somebody left a comment. Oh, why did I do that? Somebody left a comment that said, watching Boudreaux take his first stitch was like watching a baby take his first step. I love that. So sweet. Okay. Glasses. I guess I did that because it's a habit for me to take my little brush and wipe out the inside of the bobbin case on every bobbin. But we should be okay. I'll wait till the end of this project. Yeah. Hit the like button for Becky. Thank you, Kathy. That's very sweet. Okay. All right. Go back. And we're good to go. Right at the same spot. Boom. Okay. That fabric kit is at 2 chicks. Yep. If she's got any more. I don't know if she has any more. So we're going to begin that fabric, that poinsettia tree skirt in August. Well, that's tomorrow, right? No. So we're going to begin that after I get back from New Hampshire. Yep. Oh, good. The tech is there setting up your new internet. Shay, awesome. I love that. Connie, I knew you were going to ask me. Yeah, when I get back from New Hampshire, we're going to start the tree skirt. Okay. Okay, so here's the deal on this. This is going to make placement lines and tack downs for the jam and the honey at the same time. So I'm just going to leave the linen in and I'm going to do the placement line and tack downs for both, but I'm doing 2 separate fabrics. So between both, everyone wants, well, wait a minute. You don't have the PTWT car stickers anymore. No, we're out of those. We're out of those. I can get more because my old ones had my old logo. Okay, so I'm going to do, let me show you my fabric. What I do with my fabric. Okay, so this is going to be the jam. Okay, this is the jam and the little fabric that goes on the jam cover. And this is going to be the honey. Okay, 2 separate fabrics. But it's all one line. And then this is going to be my flower and my thread colors. Oh my gosh, our hour is up. All right, y'all, last call. Hashtag OESD. Stop. Okay. For a package of OESDs, applique, fuse, and fix. U.S. shipping only, please. All right. You have until Monday to email me and let me know. I'm going to fussy this. Hold on. To email me and let me know where you want me to mail it. Okay. Let me fussy this too. I want my designs right in the middle like that. And right there is fine. Okay. Cool. All right. How many do I have? How many do I have? How many? 841. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Hey, if you're watching on replay, thank you. I appreciate that. You're awesome. I appreciate you people on replay. Let me know. Give me a shout. All right. So let's share the screen. and do the giveaway tool. I'm going to share that. Ready, set, go. I love seeing all y'all's faces pop by. That is so cute. Who's it slowing down for? Who is it? Jan? Oh, darn. Diane. Yay. Oh, Diane, you're a regular from way back. Thank you so much. Awesome, awesome. Diane's been with me for a long, long time. You've become a replayer. Good for you. So simple. All right, Diane, shoot me an email with an address where you want me to send this before Monday, and I will get it out to you. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to keep sewing. I know some of you have to go, so I hope you have an amazing weekend and you get to go sew something. But I'm going to keep on stitching here and get this done. So if you want to stick with me, I will do that for a little bit. Right now, I'm going to drop this out, get this trimmed up. There. So see, I kind of got my, congratulations, Diane. That's wonderful. Jan, I thought you had it for a second. Dang it. So close and yet so far. You know what? You dropped Cox and went with who? Shay? I wish I'd known you were changing your internet. Let me tell you what. If you want to get Starlink, I have a link below in the Around My Sewing Room, or something like discounts. Maybe it's in my discounts. If you use my link to get Starlink, you get a month free, and so do I. So if you are thinking of switching to Starlink, check out my description box or send me an email, and I'll send you the affiliate link. They're great about that. So it's wonderful. Love it, love it. We have it for both the house and the motorhome. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, you're just watching my head. This is what I'm doing. Starlink is great. I know. I love it. Oh my gosh. It's really cool because when we're not in the motorhome, I can put that particular part of the internet on pause. I can, you know, just put that on pause. It's only I think it's $5 a month to put it on pause, and I'm not charged for it. It's the roaming. It's really nice. So I've started using that blower, that first one that I showed y'all that's super good. This is Wolf Box. I got this on Amazon. This thing, see how I got all my little fuzzies? Let me turn that on. Okay. Gets rid of all of my threads and blows up the loose ones that are going to become fuzzies. Embroiderers have started putting decorative stitching around the outside of things now instead of that wide satin on some designs. And if you've got fuzzies, they can be seen, and I don't like that. So that's what I've started using that for. Yep. Amy has Starlink for the RV. It does work great. Yes. All right. Next is the covers for the jam placement lines. Where's my covers? Maybe I should use the blue over the yellow and make it a little red flower. That would be nice. Maybe I'll do that. Should I put the blue over the yellow? Yes, I should. Oh, goodness. What am I after here? Okay. I'm just going to put this. Let's see again. I want to fussy this. I want that right in the middle, that pattern. Right there. Right there. Okay. And I'm going to put my little blue flowers over the top of the yellow. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Is there a portable one to take on motorcycle trips? Yes, Betsy, there is. Yes. They make one you can put in your backpack. Matter of fact, they have a video on their website or a picture of a guy traveling on a motorcycle with a Starlink in his backpack. Can you get Starlink to take on vacations? Yes, we do. Oh, on my website. So where I get my Starlink from, y'all, is from starlink.com. Okay. I don't go through third-party sellers. If you go through starlink.com, you're guaranteed to get good support. Oh, I wanted to talk about something with internets. Some folks have a real hard time understanding because it's tech and it's complicated. Just because you have internet with somebody doesn't mean you have to have their email. My mom, I could not get her to understand. I kept trying. So every time she changed internet service providers, whether it was Cox or HughesNet or Spectrum or whoever, AT&T, whoever, she would use their email. So her email would be like mom's name at spectrum.net or mom's name at Cox or Hughes or whatever, right? And she would be stuck with an internet service provider because she didn't want to change her email. And I said, well, why don't you get a Gmail or a Yahoo email address? And she said, because I don't have Gmail for my internet. And I said, Gmail's not an internet. Gmail is just Gmail. And it was really, really difficult. Of course, she's 83, right? But if you get an email address like Gmail or Yahoo, or even Hotmail or Outlook, okay, you can use that on any internet service provider. The company you send your bill to each month for your internet, if you get a Gmail or a Yahoo or Hotmail, that's the old Microsoft. Microsoft is not an internet service provider. They have an email service, but they don't, you don't send Microsoft a bill, right? That's so confusing for folks. So just because you have a single internet service provider, that's where you send your money every month for your internet, okay? If you get a Gmail, you go on to your browser, whether it's Chrome or Edge or Safari or Firefox or whatever, right? You go on your browser and then you just go to gmail.com and get into your mail or Yahoo or whatever, okay? So I get on the internet using my Edge browser. I like Edge. I used it in the military. I'm comfortable with it. I get on it using my Edge browser. And then you don't see the Starlink link? Okay, Susan, I'll make sure it's there when we get done today. You know where it is? I think it's on my powertoolswiththread.com preferred vendor page. I know. I'm pretty sure I put it there. Anyway, but you get a month free and so do I. So that way you can change internet service providers based on your needs, your budget, whoever's offering a good deal, right? And you don't have to change your email. Like I went from, what did we have before Starlink? GVEC, which was a fiber. It wasn't a fiber. It was a frequency hopping email. Anyway, Phelps. We had something. I can't remember. I'm in the boons too, right? But I got to keep my Outlook email address because I use Outlook email, which is not my internet service provider. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, thank you. Linda said that my tutorial on the Dachshund Sweet Pea bag was really helpful. Yeah, cool. All right. So now this is the placement line for my little flower. I think the red for the flower is better. I like that. That'll be nice. I should have cut all of these pre-cut, right? It would have been easier. Let's see. What do you got, Jill? What you got? Your setup is the Brother PE Design 11 Stellar Scan and Cut. You follow me for a long time, and you have tried to create your own applique. Like I cut, PE design is not easy. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I know. I know. I don't know PE design, but I've heard that it is a challenge. You know, what you need to get with Embrilliance, Jill, Essentials and Stitch Artist 2 will do what you need. If you wait, they ought to put out another coupon, 10% off before too long. Essentials and Stitch Artist 2, it's going to run you probably around 600, I think, maybe, or is it closer to 4? I can't remember. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier with Embrilliance. Snapplique is. Yeah, don't forget Thumbnailer. That's $40 well spent. You're right, Quilt Wench. Absolutely. Thumbnailer's the way to go. $40 well spent. I've never played. And then that new PE design is based on a Wilcom. Oh, you're in New Zealand. Oh, okay. Well, Embrilliance is a download, so that's good, right? I don't know what it's going to be, but it's a download. So at least you don't. Can you sell your Stitch Artist? I don't think so, Evelyn. You'd have to ask them on the website. I don't think you can. You'd have to ask, and they're frequently asked questions. The way they've got their licensing, I'm not sure. Well, look at that. I almost got that little thing dead center on my jam. Didn't that come out cute? Oh, that's precious. I love it. What are we doing? The labels. Okay. I need the labels. I need a piece of fabric for the labels, which I don't here. I need a piece of fabric for the labels. Okay. All right. This has a white background. So do I want this white or this? This came from Autumn Love. Can you sell the PE design? You know what? Once you get into a piece of software and you've installed it and you've used that serial number, I think it's over. When I bought my Quattro, the ad on Facebook said that it came with PE design and the box was there, but there was no PE design. The guy didn't. No, I don't like that. I can see through the white. Hold on. The second fabric, Dave says. Okay. I'm going to stick with the Lori Holt, but I think it's too light and I'm going to see through it, and I will. It needs some SF101 on the back. Okay. I'm not super smart on the software licensing. There you are. Hello. I'm not super smart on the software licensing for other companies. So that's kind of a thing, y'all. All right, let me get this. That's where I use my scraps. I need the glue side. There we go. No thread. Okay. Just get this done. That'll be better. Okay. All right. Coming around. Okay. Let's put this on. Oh, that looks a lot better. Good call, Dave. Good call. All right. When do you use hotfix adhesive versus SF101? So, Jane, SF101 is a fusible interfacing. It's not designed to be a double-sided adhesive, okay? So a fusible interfacing, like this, is not going to stick, okay? It's just, Embrilliance is having a sale now. They always have a sale. They're always on sale. But every once in a while, they throw out another 10% off coupon. Yeah. Okay. Oh, even the USBs are sold out. Oh, everything except USBs. Y'all, the things that we put on our store site they are specifically designed for people like us. And I only put things on there that I use and love myself. Okay. And they make my life better in my sewing room. So that's why everything that's on there is so popular. And I'm not a reseller. Okay. Those are actual things. It's a family affair. Like I said, my grandson makes stuff. Are those miter mates out too? Because Calvin had made more of them. Keith called him the other night and he said, I want to tell you how proud I am of you for making all of these and getting them packaged and getting them out on time. Such a good kid. He's 15 and working that printer farm to death, which is a good thing. Okay. That's adorable. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Good call, Dave. Good call. What's next? Okay, I need the thread to go around the jam jar. I am using wine. Okay. Yes, encourage the young ones. Absolutely. Well, his parents have told him you're earning your money for college because they can't afford to send him to college. So, and I'm not dead yet, so don't look at me. Oh. So he's saving for a car and college, and they're splitting it up into two separate little funds for both purposes. His parents have got that all set up. Okay. There we go. I know, Michelle. She says, I already need wine. I could do with a mimosa myself. That would be great. I could do with another cup of coffee. Let me get this stuff out of the way. While that's stitching, I got a 2-minute stitch. I'm going to clean up my little area here. Okay. How come I use SF101 versus Heat and Bond Light? I don't need the double-sided fusible of Heat and Bond Light. Yes, Patty's got that. Patty says, you use SF101 to bulk up fabrics. You'll have SF101 inside of like a front button band where you're sewing buttons on. It gives the fabric more heft. Okay. It also makes it more opaque, which is why I used it in this case. Heat and Bond isn't going to make it more opaque. Without the discount, it's $5.50, Kathy. That's here in the US. So she's in New Zealand, whatever all of that does. I don't know. $5.50 for thumbnailer. Okay, that's about right. I said between $5, $6, depending. Yep. All righty. I need to put this away. These are scraps. Go in my scrap bin. I took in a bag of scraps that must have weighed, I don't know, 40 pounds to my quilt group on Tuesday. Let's see. This goes back over here. And this goes in here. I like to use time that the embroidery machine is working for me to do something else. These, oh, over there. I got to put all that stuff up that I showed you this morning. Okay. What's next? Around the honey jar, I'm using pumpkin seed. Okay. Put this back. I've been so good about wrapping up my threads. That was my New Year's resolution, was to get in the habit of wrapping up my threads. Oh, the coolest thing happened. I had a walking pad that I had bought, I don't know, over a year ago. Did I tell you all about this already? Anyway, I had a walking pad, and it really hurt my hips when I walked on it. It's just the way I'm built funny, and it really hurt my hips. And so, or I walk funny, whichever. And so I quit using it. Well, it actually had a safety notice. Amazon told me it had a safety notice. And so I had to write unsafe on it, and I threw it away, and they gave me a full refund. That was nice. This goes over here by the door, so it can go back with the dog over there. Got a new, they downsized their catalog for connecting threads. That came in the mail. Okay, here's my threads. What's under here? This is trash. This needs to go over here, that. Okay, more scraps goes in my scrap bin. So that was nice. That thing was over $100. That was nice to be able to get rid of that. We'll take it into the, we've got a metal, a guy that collects metal. He'll come to the house and pick it up. Scrap metal, that's what I'm trying to say. Put this in here. You guys got your Home Sewn Volume 2 from Two Chicks yet for September? Kits are available. Okay, so got that ready to go. This goes over here in my Kimberbell section. Okay, so Hoop Studio. I'm going to put these in here and put everything back in the bag. Okay, excellent. With the instructions. Put it all together. So I'm gonna fold the instructions. It takes up less space this way. So I have the instructions in the bag so I know what's in there. Kind of burp all the air out, close it up, and now I can put it in with my Kimberbell stuff. And I cut this up to wrap around seam rippers. We're gonna need it for shipping. Okay. What's next? The thread around the outside. Oh, you have FOMO, you have kits. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I need the thread, the decorative stitching for the outside around the label. I didn't, let me go pick a thread for that. Let me go pick a thread. If you're just joining us, we have had the official part of the Stitchuation room this morning. That ended, and now you're just hanging out with me in my sewing room, watching me wander around aimlessly looking for thread. This will work. What's that? That is mocha. Perfect. That will work on that Autumn Love light colored ecru color thread for label edge. That's close enough, Dave. Close enough, I think. Let me see. Now I like the mocha. It'll be fine. Put this away. I've done all of my applique already. Okay. I'm going to use the green again for the envelope back. This is really trying to draw up, but the pin, oh, let me show you guys. The pin's working itself out. That T-pin there. Okay. This thing is working itself out. Is Planet Applique here? I love your designs. My friend Betty Boop, she makes a lot of your stuff. Let me see. I'm using glide thread. Yeah. That T-pin tried to work itself out of there. You don't make it often, Jill? Well, I'm glad you're here too, sweetie. All right, let's do that decorative stitch around there. Yeah. So, yeah, Planet Applique. Betty Boopet's in here. She makes a lot of your stuff. I'm keeping you company. You have your PR 1055, Avenir, and Luminaire running. Boom, Jan. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I need to do that too. I need to get more pumpkin pieces going because I want to have it finished on Monday so I can show you guys what I'm doing, right? And I'll get Darla set back, my Luminaire back here, get that set back for embroidery and get applique of the month going. And then this one, I need to do another block of Autumn Acres bench pillow. Lots and lots to do. And 3 machines, because I'm going to be gone for 5 days. Yeah. We love having you here. Love having you here. Thank you so much for joining me. Whoop, one run. There we go. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? There, just jumping by the chat. There we are. Y'all, Planet Applique, check out her embroidery designs. You know, before I ever started my channel, she's been around a long time. And before I ever started my channel, I was using some of her stuff. I was making some of her things. They stitch out beautifully, just really, really nice. So, Michelle, you're on the way to San Antonio, almost to the Buda exit from the toll road. Nice. She's on 130. It looks like Buddha if you're not from around here, but it's pronounced Buda. Oh, this is gorgeous. How fun. How fun. How fun. I love doing machine embroidery. Yeah, if you haven't checked out her site, do that. If you're brand new to machine embroidery, she's got great instructions. Don't you have some videos you do too, I think? Oh, you're welcome. Sabrina says, thank you for letting us hang out with you. You're more than welcome. I got to put stuff away, y'all. I'm almost done here. Let's see. What's it doing? That'll be fine. Okay. So here's what goes on when yeah, if you want to make a doll, she's got it going on. Aren't you the one? I can't remember. All right. So what I do with these, all right, here's what I do with these is I don't ever leave them in the boxes because people have a tendency to do that. And then the boxes just sit around. So the fabric, I know I will never, ever make a thing with this fabric. All right. So what I will do, because that's just not my style, and that's okay. All right. That's okay. What I will do is I will put it into my bin for giveaways, which is quite full. Okay. That goes in there. Okay. These I will use. I love these clips. The binding thing I will use. So I'll keep that. These patterns I won't use. This is trash. And I'm not making this. All right. So I'll just take these and also put these in my giveaway box up here. Or both of these are for giveaways. And then I can take the box and throw it away. That's what I do. So I incorporate what I'm going to keep into my stash. And then I repurpose what I'm not going to use. The acorn stays with me. So I'm going to put this in the drawer right here. Slide over. I'm going to put this in the drawer right here in my ironing station. I am all ready for tomorrow, y'all. Let's put that up today, should we? I should do that. All ready for August. This is the Designs by Juju mini quilt. And then, yay, we have the home sewn from KIMBERBELL. Look at that little sewing machine. Remember when I had a house at the coast? I sold it last year. But anyway, So that's really cool. That's ready to go up as well. Very, very cool. So that's why we got to stay ahead of these. Okay. Like to have them done. Come on down. I know. Those mini quilts are cute. They are fun to do. They're quick and easy. What do we got going on? The red stitching. What is it telling me to do? See this stupid box. Let's see here. What is that? Oh, it's cross stitch on the satin stitching. I see. What color? All right, y'all. What color should I use? I need some help. Here we go. See that satin stitching around the labels? They have, this one has cross stitch and this one has like a little blanket stitch. So, or I kind of like it plain like it is. Thank you, Susie. You missed the beginning. What design is my shirt? It's from Allie MT's. Tone on tone. Betty Boop says use the light purple. We see tone on tone. I like your idea of tone on tone. Let's see how it looks. If it doesn't look any good, then I'll just stitch over it. All right. Everybody's saying tone on tone. Look at that. It's fine. It looks good. Look at that. It's pretty. Woo, Boudreaux. Going to town. Knocking it out. Look at that. It's fine. Because I kind of like the satin stitching anyway. Evelyn said, there's enough going on with that design. Yeah, I thought so too. No, it's not the jar border, no. Isn't that pretty? Love it. What do we got going on now? Those little dots. They look like they are, oh, they're the little clips on the side of the jar. What do you think? Like a steel gray would look good for that. Let me go find that. I didn't even look at the instructions, y'all. I just kind of matched fabric colors and said, let's go. Your embroidery machine leaves tails on every start. Any way to eliminate this? So the thing about embroidery machines, it leaves a tail on the start. Let me tell you why in a second. Or I can tell you why while I'm looking for my steel gray, which is the little loops around there. So the embroidery machine on the start, it happens because it needs a certain amount of tail so that it can get out of the way. It pulls that thread away underneath so that it moves cleanly. That's why that hoop, after every thread cut, it'll go like that. That's to get the thread out of the way. When it first starts, that's too dark. This will work. What's this? This is medium gray. That'll work. When it first starts, you have the tail that is the length from the thread cutter to the needle. And that has to be a certain length as well. What I do with mine a lot of times is once I thread the needle and right before it does its first stitch is I will trim about 1/2 inch off the tail before it takes its first stitch after a thread color change. Okay. On some machines, it can be shortened. On my brother, it can't. I've asked my tech dude about that. And he's like, nope, no can do. So a lot of it depends on the brand. I think this will look good. Turn that. Yeah, I do get that sometimes too. It'll leave a little tail when it's starting to stitch. Like it did right. Let me zoom in and you can see. It did it right here. Let me show you. See that little tail sticking up right there? Right here? It did it right there. That was when it started the background quilting, okay? And it'll leave that little tail sticking up instead of pulling it down in. That happens. It's not the end of the world, but it's annoying, right? So, did I pull that through already? I didn't thread my needle. That's the problem. I was talking. So what I'll do is I will scooch this out and cut off about a ½ inch. Just trim it. Not a lot, just a little. Like that. Okay. And then go. And now it pulls the whole thing down in. So you can try that if you can't reset it. So you tug the thread back just a tiny bit and it seems to take care of it and still leave enough. Yeah, you can do that, Chris. You know what they say about pulling thread backwards. I've done it, I know. But if that works for you, it's not a huge fuzzy thing. I know you're not doing that. Robin, you are welcome. She says, thank you for all I do. Enjoying learning new things from me. Yep. Oh, Jill. Okay, yeah. So you're a brother service guy. Yours wasn't getting enough thread. Yeah. I can't even see those. Why did I go hunting for thread for that? What's next? I don't even know what that is. It looks like the exact same stitch. They're little X's. Okay. It's just restitching those X's, making them thicker. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, well, it's fine. Margie's pulling weeds. Okay. It's a tack down for a ribbon. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Those were placement lines and tack down for a little ribbon. All right. Okay. No big deal. I got this. Watch. Okay. I'm going to go to needle plus minus. If I read the instructions, but y'all, this is how I do in my sewing room. I'm going to go back up there. I had ribbon. Did I have ribbon in here? No. I have some twine. I think the ribbon, in the picture, they showed a little string. I'm going to come over here. Oh, if I read the instructions, I forgot about that. I have some of that twine from KIMBERBELL. It's in my embellishments area here. I got pom-pom balls. There's a little bit of, aha, here's some right here. Perfect. Leftover embellishments that were not used. Let's see. Oh, good. Oh, you're welcome. Lorna says, thanks for staying on longer. Yeah, well, I'm not doing anything. Missing my breakfast. But it's Friday. Why not, right? Okay. So those were placement lines for the string. And I don't know how much string I need to use. They wanted me to do a little bow. Did it say? Smarty Pants, Lisa, how much twine I needed? Let me look at my instructions. Okay. Let's see here. Farmer's Market. There we go. I will share with you guys what I'm looking at. Okay. Let me get this a little smaller. What you got? Oh, that finally came through on my watch, that last one you sent me. Okay. That's for ribbon. Let's see here. Go a little bit smaller. If it talks about string. This is the jam jars right here. What do we have? Tack down stitch, baker's twine, stitch the X's over the top of the baker's twine, remove the tape. What do I need here? Place 1 5-inch piece of baker's twine just over each X on the marker. See the diagram. Ah, got it. So a 5-inch piece. Okay. Got it. Let's see here. My handy dandy little ruler. A 5-inch piece. Okay. Is that big. There. We'll go just a little bit longer. I'll fold it in half. We have 2 now. So there's 5 inches and 2 pieces. Okay. Let's do that again. I need some tape. Do what you're told, Becky. Would you read the instructions, for crying out loud? You're a professional. You should know better. Right. Got it. Oh. I feel like a cat with tape on my paw. Okay. So put that over each side there. And oh, and then you're going to tie a little bow. I got it. This tape. Okay, that one's not quite right. It's off. Come in here. Come over here and see what I'm doing. I know you guys are nosy. That's fine. What's she doing? What's she doing? I'm going to put that right there. You know, that I love watching Jeannie at A1 Sewing Vac too. When she gets to doing stuff, she's like, she and I are a lot alike in that way. We just kind of fly around, do what we're going to do, talk through everything. And it's just part of the process, right? Okay. Put this here, center it so I have enough. Y'all, the tape, my finger, it is so sticky. Stay there. And put this one right on it and stay there. That's why, Becky. Okay. Did I go? Okay, let's see. There's my tack downs. Okay, we're ready. I guess that worked. Uh-oh, didn't trim it. Okay. Okay, that's working. I got to get the July mini quilt trio off of the hanger so that I can replace it with the new ones. My smaller 4x9-inch hanger came in the mail, so I put that on there. Isn't that just as cute as can be? Oh my gosh. Okay, now I need to, I can leave, let's see. This is going to be the final stitch for the cover. I need the lilac and the blue. And it's going to go around over the tape. I mean, over the thread. So lilac first. All right, y'all. They are showing, this is stitching at the same time. Hopefully it, hi, handsome. Yeah, I'm finishing up with everybody. There's still 700 people in here. If you can find your way to the front. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at this. That's half of them. Everybody, we're going outside. Hold on a second. Oh, look at all those seam rippers. Holy moly. That's half.
Oh, and somebody said that the rubber deal falls off the side. You can use a wonder clip on there instead. We used to use those. And there was another question.
Yeah, the wonder clip, where you, well, I don't have one. I don't have one hand.
Yeah, no wonder there.
I have a wonder clip, but I don't have a seam ripper with an end.
I don't have a seam
No,
ripper.
it's right. It might be one in my. Anyway, what you do to keep it from rolling off, if the little rubber stopper comes off. Okay, I can use this one. So what you do is you can put it right here. That's even a large wonder clip. Just clip it right there. And you know, you're still using it, but it's not going to, your seam ripper will not roll.
Oh, and I ran out of needle
threader. Oh, so. Sorry. Some people won't get them.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Okay. You the man, Keith, Linda says. Okay. There's Dottie. She's like a shadow. That's her daddy. That is definitely his dog. Frito's mine. But Dottie hangs out with Daddy. Okay. Okay. He's been super busy packing orders. He can't stand to see orders sitting in that Shopify store. Drives him crazy. Okay, so I have to pay attention and stop this. Come on, would you catch? I'm not used to that thread cutter on the back end of this Avenir. I got to stop it so that when it jumps down here to the honey jar, I can switch my thread colors. Bonnie said, we've made so many new friends because of me. We have Bonnie. BL Cone, that's Bonnie. That's my buddy Bonnie over in Mont Bellevue. Velcro dogs. Harriet knows. She's got that Bella. Woo. Oh, that's so cute. That is so stinking cute. Miter Maid out for delivery. Yay. That's coming from Colorado. Yeah, the Miter Mates are being shipped out of Colorado. I have to send USBs and seam ripper ends to my grandson so that when you guys buy a Miter Mate and you also order a USB or a seam ripper end, a replacement end, then he can throw those in there. But, and Betsy met Bonnie because Betsy's daughter lives near Bonnie and she went down to visit from wherever she lives down to Texas. So she and Bonnie doesn't know a stranger, y'all. She doesn't know a stranger. She's friends with everybody. She's probably got more friends on Facebook than anybody I know. She's in Virginia. Okay. Midge, I cannot believe you're taking a Snapplique class again. Really? She's got that new Luminaire. Yep. You're bringing your husband with you so he can carry stuff around. He's awesome at that. He's the CEO. Carry everything out, right? Bonnie and Ron are very sweet. Yes. Oh, thank you, Jean. You love your seam ripper. Is the Avenir expensive? Yes, you could buy a car. Yes, it is expensive. And it is worth every penny because it makes me so happy. And if you, oh, see, I got to talking. If you have fewer birthdays ahead of you than you do behind you, invest in one. And you can get them for 0% interest, okay, which is really nice. And they hold their value. I'm not allowed to say how much it is. I get asked that all the time. How much is that machine? That varies between dealers and your area of the country and whatnot. So you're going to have to check with your dealer. I cannot say how much they are. Bonnie, she says, now I'm having hoop envy. Ron's probably going, turn that show off. Bonnie, you don't understand. You don't understand the joyful quilt. How to cut the white star, tone on tone, fat eighth. How do I get so many cuts? The joyful. Oh, I get it. I know what you're talking about. Well, Bonnie, you got a pretty big hoop. You're pretty good. Don't you have a baby lock? I think Bonnie has a baby lock. You sat across from Bonnie on the last cruise? Nice. Okay. This assumed I was using the same color fabric for the lids on both jars, and I'm not. The 9x14, girl, you got plenty of hoop. You fine. That what she's talking about is that joyful quilt. Let me get that. I have it on a board over here somewhere. Yeah. My goodness, that's cute. Okay. She's talking about this one. This joyful quilt here. Now, what was it you didn't understand? It flew by, and I don't remember what you said. It's kind of weird because, like, it tells you that it's so strange the way it does this. So, like, it doesn't tell you what your pieces are supposed to size to, right? So, for instance, it gives you, this is just a for instance. It gives you mini section B right here, and it doesn't tell you what size mini section B should be. All right. So it'll do like this. Each square is 3.5 by 3.5. And so major section 1, make 2, major section 2, make 2. It tells you each square is 3.5, and you got to put 9 of them together, but it doesn't tell you what the final 9 patch is actually. It doesn't tell you what the size should be. But what you end up doing is, this is mini section A, which is a 9 patch. Okay. So when you get into mini section A on page 3, it'll tell you right here, there's mini section A on page 3. It wants you to cut a 9.5 by whatever here, right? So you know the width of mini section A needs to be 9.5, and it's a square. So you kind of got to jump around. Is that what you're talking about on this thing? Oh, Renata, you're almost done with the quilt. You cut 2. Yeah, you don't have a lot of fabric for boo-boos. You had to order more. So anyway, it's a fun little quilt, but you got to kind of look around to see what your blocks attach to find out what size they need to be. Yeah, Becky's right. It should be 9.5 square before sewing in the quilt. Right. But it doesn't tell you that. It doesn't say mini section A should be 9.5 square when it tells you to put it together. It's just a little confusing. I am so far behind on this. I am so far behind on that. Oh, I knocked down my little new blush thread. I'm going to have to put that up in the drain box. Ugh. What am I doing now? I need the red around. Oh, the thread for the flower. I got that. I got it. I got it. I'm getting this done. See, it tells you it's a 26-minute stitch out. That's a lie. That is a lie. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my goodness, this is cute. Look at all this thread. I gotta put stuff back here. Get the little tails on them. Yeah, if you're brand new to it, it can be really confusing because it is not written like a standard quilt pattern. Back behind. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Renata got her Avenir at A1 in Reno. A1's region is huge because they're like the closest brother dealer for that whole area of the country over where she's at. You know, and now brother dealers, according to Brother, are not allowed to sell outside of their region. So that's why I had to make a trip to Tempe to buy this. Okay. I made a trip and it was worth the flight. And if you're one of my viewers, it's worth the flight. Pop in and say, hey, Becky sent me. Okay. He'll make it worth your while, I promise. See this? I didn't even need to change the thread because it went right over it with the cover stitch for the covering the jar tops. I believe it. Lori says she's bought used cars for less than you paid for the Meridian. I believe it. Mm-hmm. I know. I didn't trade my Quattro 6000. I gave it to my granddaughter. It's got issues. It shreds thread really bad. And I'm not going to pay to have it serviced. All right. I got to put these away. Mocha. Light turquoise. Medium gray. Thistle. Pumpkin seed. There we go. Leave that, this, and this, and this. I think, and then I've got black for the words, and the green is the final on that. Okay, good. I have blush, my new thread that I got in the Hoop Studio. Yay. Love that. This is Admiral. Those are my A's. Jubilee, J's, and wine in the W's. If you're new, I've got Glide thread. I switched over to Glide, and they have them in names instead of numbers. They have numbers on them too, but they do it by name. And so Kimberbell has switched to Glide, and I make loads of Kimberbell. So I put little alpha clippies on the trays. The alpha clippies I got from the Fat Quarter shop. Okay. So I have alpha clippies on my trays. There are dividers in the trays. They're just foam board dividers. And everything is in according to its alphabet. That's how I did that. Love it. So stinking easy. So easy. Okay. Next I need, oh, it's a decorative stitch on the red. Of course it is. And I just put away that ecru, and that would have been perfect. What was that? It wasn't ecru, Dave. What was it? It was mocha. I'll do that. Went right to the M's and found it. Right to the M's and found it. Yep. But you guys, you know, the way I feel about these machines is I worked my entire life. I did 37 years of federal service working for my country. Okay. I deserve this. Ooh, it's 10 o'clock. Here goes my robot vacuum. And it makes me happy. And it is worth every penny to me. And this is something I can do into my dotage, as the English would say. Okay. For applique, do I use hot fix adhesive, featherweight, or regular? I use featherweight. And if you want to get some, I've got a link below in the description box under the discounts section. Click on that, and there's a coupon code down there for you for 10% off. Your dog's name is Mocha, and every time I say it, she looks up, looks confused. Hi, Mocha. Hi, pretty. Hello, pretty girl. Or boy. So, oh, yeah. Planet applique. I understand that. Yeah, brother's funny with that. It's weird. They've changed up a little bit, but it's weird. Okay. What do we see? There's that tail I don't like. It didn't pull down it. What now? The words. Awesome. Okay. We're getting close, guys. I'll use the black words. This is a spool of Isacord. The black is. It's all 40 weight poly, you guys. It'll be fine. Okay, that tail is sticking up on that. Yeah, most brands do something like that. I know it used to be, if you wanted to be a baby lock dealer, you had to buy one of every one of their machines or something like that in order to be able to be a dealer, which is crazy. Got it. Yeah. See all that tail? I should have trimmed that before it started stitching the words. That's only on thread color change, okay? When it does a jump stitch, it trims it a little shorter and we'll pull it right down in. Now there's two reasons I would, what thread do I use on my long arm? I use a 40 weight poly on my long arm too. Yep. My favorite thread on my long arm is actually an old spool by Sweet Pea. It's kind of a taupe ecru color, a little bit lighter than this. It blends into everything. I love it. I'll use Isacord. I don't use cotton threads. My long arm doesn't care for cotton. That's right. Linda says, I put in 40 years teaching. I might buy what I want. Two reasons I would upgrade my machine. One is Hoop Envy. Okay. Here comes the robot. I'm going to move y'all. One is Hoop Envy. If all you have is a 6x10, which is fine. That's fine. You can stitch most designs. I would definitely want to get at least an 8x12. Okay. 9x14 is even better. Of course, the 10x6. But now you're starting to get into big money. When you get into that 10x16 and the 11x18, like on the Avenir, almost 12x18, you're really getting into big money. But once you can get up to like an 8x12 and it's fine. And the other reason would be if your machine does not cut jump stitches. Okay, so I started with a Brother 5x7 PE 770. Fantastic machine. It still runs beautiful. But What is that? Oh, those are the little lines for my tabs. We need to switch to green. So the PE 770 was great, but it didn't cut jump threads. And so in between each thread color change, I would have to stop and trim my jump threads. And once I got that Quattro and it's cut the jump threads for me, I was like, oh, love it. So those are little things. Okay, I need to get my little tab set here. So here's that little fabric I had to make the tabs, right? I'm going to fold it in half. Okay, take my scissors and cut that. Now I've got my tabs. I like to put the fold to the inside because when you're trying to get this little thing onto when you're trying to get it onto the little hanger, if you've got the folds there, it's kind of a pain. Okay, I'll put this on here. And you need to put the tabs right up to the line. It will stitch 1/4 of an inch below the line and secure them down. So what I do is I fold the tab first and put tape on it first, okay? And then I'll put it right up to the line with the fold to the inside, which means this one goes here. The single fold to the inside, the multi-fold to the outside. Because those little wires like to, on the hanger, they get hung up on that multi-fold side. Another piece of tape. Okay. So what I'm talking about, I've got to, you can see it. I told Keith I need a new light over here, more light. So there's the single fold and the multi-fold is where it's got all the, so I want the single fold to the inside. It just makes my life easier when I'm hanging it. That's just me. If it's backwards, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. No big deal. Just got to doink around with the hanger. Okay. Get there. Stay even. Stay where I tell you. Okay. Okay, now that's going to stitch those down. Put your strings to the inside on the jar lids. Keep that tape right there. Okay. Take this, put this here. All right. And I'm going to take this tape off. These. Okay. Got tape everywhere. 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 Okay. I'll tie those later. All right. Now I need my covers. So I'm going to put the top one on first, fold side toward the center. All right. And I'm going to put it. Now it's kind of lumpy because of the tabs. So I'm going to take those other pieces of tape. I'm taping down the corners. Okay. That keeps it from getting any kind of wrinkles or folds or any of that. All right. And then the bottom one, cover it up about, so you want to make sure you're covered over this bottom stitch line down here. This way, this is got like that. You're over the bottom stitch line. I'm over it by about 1/2 inch. I need to move this one down just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to just go over that stitch line just a little bit at the top. Top one first, and then the bottom one. Make sure your string is in the middle of your jars. Now, very, very, very important, very important. Take a good piece of tape, good size, and put it over the folds so that it doesn't get hung up. Your foot doesn't get hung up in there. That is bad. Very, very, very bad. And I like to smooth this out down here. And I'm going to put another little piece, tape, 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 right there. All right, and we are all done. Ready, set, go. Perfect. No bubbles. I should get my purple thing. I tell y'all that all the time. Nice and smooth. Taping the corners really helps. Up top, keeps it nice and smooth so you don't get bubbles right in here. Okay. You read that the 10 by 16 hoop won't work on the Avenir. Is that true? You read you have to use the 11 by 18. Really, Cheryl? I didn't know that. How about that? Huh, that's interesting. I cannot understand why they would not be compatible. We'll do a little experiment. We're done. Yay. All right. Let's find out. Let's find out, shall we? All done. We'll take this out in a second. I want to see if what Cheryl heard is correct. That doesn't make any sense, but who knows? All right. Here's the, whoop. Here's the Luminaires 10 by 16 right here. Let's pop this in here, shall we? This is the 10 5/8 by 16. I'm going to tell it okay. All right. Let's see, shall we? Let's go to home. Okay to cancel the current pattern selection? Sure. Okay. Embroidery. And memory. And let's go to my no, I don't have that. The radar waves. Let's stitch the jam section again. Set. Embroidery. Here's where it would give us an error if it wasn't going to work. It looks like it's ready to go. So what you heard is incorrect. Most Brother machines, their hoops are interchangeable. There's no reason why this 10 by 16 would not work. See what? What are you talking about, Cheryl? Online lies. Always test, you guys, you know? Okay, let's go back to home and we're done. I'm going to tell it okay. Thank you, Boudreaux. Good job. You got to give some love to your machine, y'all. Lies online. Yeah. No, that's not true. Now you know, right? Now you know. Let's trim this up. Okay. Come on up. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. I got more stuff I got to put away now. More stuff. All righty. Take off the tape. You're watching my shoulder. Sorry. There we go. Okay, good. All right. That didn't pull up too bad on this one. So I'm interested to see if you're going to be able to see those outer stitch lines or not. Let me put these T-pins back over here because they're going to go on multi-needle over there. Robot, drive me crazy. My robot's down here going, I have a job to do. No, go away. Go away. Dang thing. Let's use a longer. Oh, I don't want it up underneath my machine because of all of the thread and the cords that are under there. All right. 1/4 inch. Seam allowance is fine. There's extra stabilizer for more projects. I Frankenstable. Sew them together. Another 1/4 inch. Sew that together. I was going to Frankenstable this project, but I was worried about the draw up on that corner. So I said, nah, Frankenstable is a little bit weaker than a full piece. So I just used the full piece. Okay. And then 45, my corners. Okay, ready to flip. This is what I'm wondering about right here. Yeah, it was the draw up because I do not have threads sticking out. I can't see the threads now. It's enclosed inside. It wasn't the design. It was the draw up of the stabilizer from the pull compensation on the stitches on those other two. Again, not the end of the world, but it was not the design. Oh, that turned out cute. Look at that. I'll have to tie my little strings later. That's going to take me a minute. That turned out super cute. Now, how am I supposed to get these tied? Good grief. Into a bow. I would recommend cutting these probably to about 7 inches and then trim the tails as opposed to 5. I'm just going to tie a little knot. No bows. No way I can do a bow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let me get my turning tool. Longer twine. Absolutely recommend longer twine. Put my corners out on these. This is the Clover turning tool, my favorite. Okay. Woo, that's so good on my arthritic fingers. No. Okay. That looks adorable. So I think what I'm going to do here, I didn't get it tight enough and I'm not happy with that. I need a finger in the middle, you know, somebody to hold that. Put this. I don't know. It would be better maybe to even just trim it. At least just leave one layer of twine across the top. I got tails. I don't like this. I'm just going to make it short, real short. Oh, what did that get caught on? Y'all, my robot over there getting into something. Yeah. Not a fan here, guys. My poor mail carrier. Okay. Let's get this going. I'm going to put the jam. First one. Did I tell you guys? I told y'all backwards. You need to have, whoops. You need to have the single fold to the outside, not the inside. My bad. What was I thinking? Right? Pop that open like that. There. Okay. There's that one. And then chickens would go in the middle. Live and learn. Sorry, y'all. You can just push them down from the top. At least I'm consistent. My fold, single fold is to the middle on all of them. Put my thumb in there. Push it down. There we go. Look at that. Well, that turned out adorable. Oh my goodness. Look how cute that is. Y'all look at that. That's awesome. All right, y'all. My poor mail carrier is going to stand out there for half an hour putting all those, registering all those little seam rippers. This turned out just a look at this. How cute is that? Absolutely adorable. You guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I have really enjoyed this, and I'm glad to get this project done so that it's ready to go for August. So thank you so much. I love y'all. I have enjoyed this thoroughly. Thumbs up, subscribe. Today is your last day to join the membership at the 99-cent rate. Okay, it goes up to $1.99 tomorrow. So I will talk to you soon. You guys go set something. Have a great weekend. Bye.